Hey, what's up? Romain from Glebe Kitchen here. If you've ever wondered how to make consistently perfect pre-cooked chicken for your Indian restaurant curries, stick around. I'm betting it's easier than you think. I've posted a ton of Indian restaurant curry recipes over the years. Not here on YouTube, but on my blog. But it never occurred to me to post something so simple until I started looking at what other people were saying. I've seen people suggest that you should cook your chicken in your curry base. That's actually not a terrible idea. All the wonderful juices that come out of cooking chicken wind up in your curry base. But you don't get seasoned chicken at the end of it. That's the part I like less. I've also seen people pretty much make a chicken curry just to pre-cook their chicken. That one makes zero sense to me. It's way too much work and it has a whole bunch of oil in it. In my experience, oil is not the best thing to use when you're trying to get things to stick to chicken. It takes about 10 minutes to pre-cook chicken, less if you're cooking white meat, so use that time wisely. And for those of you who are cringing because I'm not wearing gloves here, I have a sink, soap, and hot water. I'll be okay. Clean as you go is a great mantra, and it's especially important when you're handling raw meat. There are only 3 things I think that matter when you're pre-cooking chicken for Indian restaurant curry. The first one is a dry brine, in this case about a teaspoon of salt for 1 pound of chicken. Dry brining is a great technique for any protein. Restaurants use it all the time and so should you. There's valid food science behind it. I want this video to be less than 3 minutes so I don't have time to get into it here, but basically it works the same as wet brining without the mess. Those of you familiar with dry brining will probably think I'm using an awful lot of salt for 1 pound of chicken. And that's a valid observation, but this is going to be a pretty short dry brine and you'll see most of the salt's going to wind up going down the drain anyway. All that's left now is to cover the bowl with this incredibly strong cling wrap and pop it into the fridge for 4 hours. That's the beauty of dry brining. No fuss, no muss, no mess, no problem. Unless of course you're shooting a YouTube video and you want to look cool. I had this vision in my head. I was going to put the bowl down and then remove the cling wrap in one smooth motion. Next time I'm using cling wrap from the dollar store. Once you finish fighting your cling wrap, the next step is to poach the chicken in a flavorful broth. And I do mean poach. Poaching is not cooking the crap out of something over high heat. Think gentle simmer. For the broth, I'm using 2 cups of chicken stock, a heaping teaspoon of curry powder, and a good teaspoon of salt. You can use whatever curry powder you want. I use my own. Basically, it's a ripoff of Bolt's. The curry powder recipe is available at glebekitchen.com if you're interested. I'm trying to accomplish 2 things here. I want to get as much salt as I possibly can into the chicken, and I want the chicken coated with curry flavors. Oh, and I want my chicken cooked perfectly and evenly. The evenly part is why I'm stirring this chicken so carefully. I don't want pieces stuck together. Bring it to a simmer, cover, and let it cook for about 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes, it's time to start checking the chicken. This odd-looking gizmo in my hands is probably one of my most important kitchen tools. An instant read thermometer is the best way I know to make sure meat is cooked correctly. For thighs, you want to cook to about 160-165 degrees. Remember, the chicken will cook some more when you're making the actual curry. When your curry's done, you're looking for an internal temperature of 165 for white meat, 175 for dark meat. If you can nail that temperature, your curries are going to rock every single time. And that's it. A little classic technique, a little food science, and you're on your way to great Indian restaurant curries at home. It may not seem as glamorous as some of the recipes out there, but trust me, it works, and it works well. Try it. You'll see. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button or give me a like. Or better yet, both. And remember, life's too short for bad food.